All right, welcome everybody to our February call. Hello to anybody who's catching the recording on this one. So this is emotions and essential oils. We're just going to spend the next 30 minutes talking about like simple ways that you can use natural things to support your mood and emotions. Let's face it, sometimes our moods and emotions can be all over the place. You just read through the chat box and see that. So what are the things that we can do right in our very own homes to help balance everything out that's going on, okay? I would encourage you to take notes as we go. If you have questions, please put them in the chat box. We'll keep an eye on what's going on over there. I just want to give a couple quick tips to lay a foundation for tonight. You're going to notice that we'll be covering like different solutions and things that you can use aromatically, topically, and internally. So I just kind of want to briefly hit on why those three are significant. Aromatic, you're going to hear more about why that matters later. All I'm going to say is just to remind you of the importance of like our limbic system and how our brain works, that actually inhaling an oil is like the fastest way to get to your body and to alter your mood, okay? I also want to talk then about topically. So if you're going to use an oil topically to assist with your mood, the key is to get the oil as close to the limbic system as possible. You want to apply them where they can best bypass the blood-brain barrier. So a great spot would be you can if you want, you can feel for it with me, directly below the base of your skull on both sides of your neck. There's an indentation that can be felt with the fingers. This is called the suboccipital triangle, okay? And when you apply your doTERRA oils there, they are actually able to enter the circulatory system of the brain prior to entering the circulatory system of the body. Okay, other great spots would be like your mastoid bones behind your ears, across the front of your forehead, directly under your nose, and even that roof of your mouth trick that we like to show you. Okay, so that's some topical foundation for you. And then internally too, we love that we can use our doTERRA oils this way to support ourselves. Remember, they're not just safe to use this way, they're recommended, all right? So you might find yourself putting drops in your water, in a glass or stainless steel container, maybe under your tongue, in a veggie capsule, or even taking a pre-made soft gel from doTERRA. Okay, so we are going to kick it off with Jerry, who's sharing with us about the emotional aromatherapy line.
All right, so doTERRA created this line. There's 6 of them for helping to deal with negative emotions. They come in a kit or they can be purchased separately. They come in a 5 ml roller bottle, which is about dropper bottle, which is about 85 drops. And then they also come in a touch roller, which is already diluted with the fractionated coconut oil. So the 6 oils are motivate, cheer, passion, forgive, console, and peace. When they're bundled together in those 5 ml bottles, it's $159, and you save $18 if you were to purchase them, separately. But in the kit, you save $18. And then the touch roller kit with the 6 is $100 for a savings of $12. And again, all these can be purchased separately. So I'm going to start with Console. Console is one that I hadn't used much until recently, as my dad died on Thursday, and it was a beautiful death. But Console really did help me, and it's a blend of tree and flower oils to assist those who are in need of emotional comfort from periods of extreme stress or trauma. When past emotional hurts resurface, Console can assist in releasing these emotional burdens. It encourages one to seek divine intervention so they may experience the ever-present warmth, love, and consolation. So as Amy said, you can apply it on your forehead, behind your ears, or over your heart. Forgive is especially helpful when we feel cynical or begin to expect the worst from others. It challenges one to let go of bitterness and hostilities and to embrace other people actually as an extension of themselves. So we're all one big family, right? Hard to do sometimes. And that you can apply on the forehead, behind your ears, or also over your heart. Peace is the one that I use the most. I put it in a roller bottle at night with Serenity and cedarwood, 15 drops of each of those 3. I love this blend. It's to assist someone who lacks inner peace, who might be experiencing fear, disconnectedness, or feeling unsafe. It invites you to connect to the true source of our unending peace and let go of control and extra attachments. Cheer. Cheer is a blend, guess what? It helps to create cheerfulness, right? But it's a blend of citruses and spices. It's for those who feel heavy-hearted or have been weighed down by many challenges in life, like this past year, right? And even right now. So that goes over the heart, on the forehead, or this one you can put on your wrists. Motivate. I use this a lot on that days when it's really hard to get yourself going. So it's a blend of mint and citrus oils, and it's designed when you feel stagnated and need to be fired into action. It encourages you to work through your inner feelings of gloom, weariness, and hopelessness. And it's especially helpful for those people who are challenged with maybe caring for a loved one and or just feel overwhelmed by everyday tasks. And the last one is passion. So passion can create passion, right? But it's our spark plug blend. And it's helpful when you're feeling caught in patterns of the same old thing. You're feeling overworked and just being too serious. Sometimes my issues. It includes playfulness, spontaneity, vitality, and feeling much more alive. And who wouldn't want that? So 6 of these I'm putting in a little roller bottle that you can carry with you. And that's going to be one of the giveaways for tonight. And I am handing it over to, I'm not sure.
Emily, thanks, Jerry. That was awesome.
Okay, yes, thanks, Jerry. I love, love, love those oils. I was just diffusing passion yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to talk about a few other blends that were kind of like early on when doTERRA was starting to create blends specifically for emotion. These were some of the first ones. Okay, so the first one is Balance. So Balance, if you haven't tried it yet, this is the grounding blend. So this one is really great. Adaptive is all they have similar, they will do similar things in like a calming sense, but Adaptive has lavender in it, and some people don't like the smell of lavender. Balance does not. And so that one is really nice for like grounding, calming. I feel like stressful situations. I think every woman in labor should have balance. And then after the children arrive, you should also have balance. But I just think is like the best ever for like grounding, calming. Okay, then Serenity. Serenity is the restful blend. So this one is made specifically for sleep. So if, again, the lavender thing, Serenity has lavender in it, but it's also got like cedarwood and hoe wood and vanilla, and it has a really, really nice smell. So it's calming, relaxing, also will help you sleep. So if you haven't tried Serenity, can't say enough about that. Citrus Bliss. So this was my first oil experience that I just thought it was like the most amazing thing ever. And if you may have heard me say this before, Melissa Werner gave me a bottle of Citrus Bliss to try, and I was using it so much that I like turned to the side one day and I could smell it in my armpits. Like it was literally coming out of my pores because it was like I was using it so much. But I just think it's like the most wonderful, uplifting smell. There's like never a bad time for Citrus Bliss. Also has vanilla in it with the combination of citrus oils. Is so lovely. And then the last one is Elevation. So Elevation, I think, is really unique. I think it's stronger than the other citrus oils, which I really like. A lot of time when you're diffusing citrus, you have to put in, more than 1 or 2 drops to be able to really smell it. And Elevation, I think, has a stronger smell. So this one, is kind of the opposite of Balance in some ways, like uplifting to the mood. It's going to help give you that boost. Kind of like Motivate is a great one to diffuse in the morning, or if you're feeling like just down, if it's been a hard season, a hard time, diffusing Elevation is a really great way to keep that mood up.
Thanks, Em. Okay, Laura Whip, you're up.
Okay. So we were talking about emotional oils, and there's another way topically that you can use your oils to have positive emotions and release negative emotions. And that's with Symphony of the Cells. So if you have heard of Symphony of the Cells, you need to get the book if you don't already have the book. But in it, there's 19 different applications that are created by Boyd Truman, and they each address different body systems. And really, it's just a wonderful, wonderful way to apply oils to the spine and see changes. So I'm going to just talk about 2 of them tonight. And the first one is the amoebic application. And this is like a Boyd Truman word. It's a combination of emotions and limbic. And Amy already talked about the limbic system and how we really want to get those oils into the limbic system and into the brain because they affect our emotions that way. So I'm going to list for you the oils, and then I'm going to tell you what their property is and see if you can notice a pattern. All right. So a lot of the applications that Boyd Truman has in the book have about 10 oils in them. So you just drip them on and rub them in. It's really easy to do this. Children can do it for their parents. You can do it to yourself even. So frankincense, soothing and relaxing. Neroli is the second oil, uplifts the mood, reduces anxious feelings. Rose, uplifting. 4 is jasmine, which is calming and euphoric. Spikenard uplifts the mood and promotes relaxation. Melissa calms tension, nervousness, and is relaxing. Are you getting the drift? The centering blend, which is Doterra's Align, harmonious, calm, steady. Douglas fir helps promote a positive mood. And finally, spearmint, which most of the protocols end in a minty oil, but spearmint is nice because it's less strong than peppermint is. And so all of these oils are going to address your emotional system and really release negative emotions and encourage and support positive emotions. If you don't have the book or have the book and don't have the time to put these oils, these 10 oils on your spine, you can put 3 of them, choose any 3 and put them on the bottom of your feet a couple of times a day if you want. You can even make a capsule and take them internally. So it's just a really good book to get if you don't already have Symphony of the Cells. There's one other protocol that I think is really good for emotions, and that one is the sensory protocol. And that one, for possible conditions for that one are anxiousness, mood swings, stress, and so on. There's others too, but those are just a few that I highlighted. So I think that protocol would be a good one too for emotions. And I will put the link to the book in the chat so that you can order your very own and get started with Symphony of the Cells.
Thanks, Laura Whip. Okay, Susan.
Hi, guys. All right. So in my opinion, I have one of the best, but as I'm listening, I'm like so excited to hear about all the different things. So doTERRA has a whole line called the adaptive line, and they call it the calming line. And what they describe this as is mood boosting and tension reducing. And I always kind of thought that was like, you know, like, is that an upper or a downer? Like, what does that mean, you know? And what I would say is that, so first of all, let me just tell you, you have your 15 milliliter here that you can use. You also have your capsules that you can use. I just got a new one. And if you also want to try out, there's a roller bottle, right? So you can get your roller bottle. And if you really, so let me tell you what it has in it first. So adaptive has in, as Em said, lavender, coriander, wild orange, fennel, 2 words that I can't say, so I'm going to forget about it, and GABA, which is like a neurotransmitter. Okay, so let me geek out for a second. And that works on neurons in the brain to help decrease that excitability. So when you're sitting here and you're thinking, what in the world am I going to use? What am I going to take? I will tell you that there is a really cool combination mind and mood kit, and it talks about some of these, right? So adaptive is in there, balance is in there. They have those 3 in, so there's 3 kits. Let me back up and not get so scatterbrained. So there's 3 kits. They go 1, 2, and 3, and they'll have different things in them each month. So you can try this. But I'm going to tell you that, like, in my humble opinion, this is I think I called, what did I say to my coworker and friend who happens to be on the call? I won't call you out, Jen. But I said, this was like my drug. This was like Valium to me. And if I'm going into a meeting or if I wake up in the morning, which is always a good thing to do, I bathe in this all the time. I just love my adaptive. It brings a feeling of alert serenity. That's kind of how they describe it on the website. And I think that's exactly right. I'm able to use it to calm down, focus, and get the job done. And that's what I really love about the entire adaptive line. So I can't tell you enough. I let my coworker have some in her diffuser this week, and she said, yeah, I think I need to get that. So it's cool. I love it.
Thank you, Susan. Okay, Laura Hadamio, you are next.
Hi guys. I was just realizing Melissa wasn't here and I was like, where is she? So I'm going to talk to you guys about Lifelong Vitality Pack. I am a licensed clinical professional counselor and I primarily work with clients. My specialty is eating disorders and borderline personality disorder. So I've worked in all levels of care with eating disorders, inpatient, outpatient, and residential, and seen the effects of not getting the right nutrients and what it does to your brain, what it does to your mood. Cognitively, you're just not able to process things. So lifelong vitality, I think, is extremely important. If not, I'm sure everybody's heard Amy say it. She would choose Lifelong Vitality Pack over taking any oil. And I truly think that's important because we have to have our nutrients. So general benefits, I'm not going to go through every single one of the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So it comes in a set, you get all 3, and we'll go through these briefly. But general wellness and vitality, energy metabolism, immune function, which for someone if you're not getting all your nutrients through your food, which most of us are not, we really need to keep our immune system up for many reasons. But keeping your immunity up also can keep your mood up as well. It's good for stress management, eye, brain, and nervous system, liver function, and digestive health, which I wanted to point out how important those are. Your liver, if your liver's not functioning well, you're probably an angry person. So a lot of our most of our body systems connect to our emotions and how we relate to things outside of us. So same with your digestive health. If your gut health is not well, then your brain health is probably not well. So this is just some general benefits of the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I found 3 separate clinical trials. One of them, which I wanted to point out, comes from the Journal of Dietary Supplements. They did a small clinical trial on Lifelong Vitality Pack and people taking it for 2 months, as well as Doterra. And then somebody else I found, I don't know what her initials stand for, but she did one on nutrition and depression and how Lifelong Vitality Pack affects depression and anxiety. So I can share those links for those research clinical studies, but very interesting. They were very similar across the board, that subjects reported more mental clarity, more energy, more motivation, balance, happiness, and overall health improvement. And that was from taking them for 2 months. What else did I want to point out in there? The Vitality Pack supplements had positive effects on biochemical indicators of cardiovascular health, antioxidant status, inflammation levels, and blood glucose regulation. So if all those things, like if your inflammation is down, you're going to be feeling better. If your blood glucose, your sugar levels are pretty stable, you're going to feel a lot better and be a lot nicer. I know when I get hungry or hangry, I'm not a very nice person. So just getting all of those things in place is really going to impact your mood as well. So the alpha CRS, also known as the cellular energy and longevity blend, has coenzyme Q10, which maybe is like something you've heard, that is good for our mental health, along with ginkgo biloba. I don't know if I ever say that right. But those are both really great for mental clarity and energy, and that's in your alpha CRS. The microplex is the complex contains naturally highly bioavailable vitamins, minerals, and trace elements. And this is the one that really helps us absorb everything that's going on with all the vitamins and nutrients that we're getting. But this also, the microplex also supports healthy metabolism, digestion, immune function, and cellular energy. And then finally, you have your omega blend, which is all about our brain health. So we really need all three of these to make sure that you're getting everything that you need. But the omegas they supply 300 milligrams of EPA and 300 milligrams of DHA. DHA might be something that you've heard before that we really need for our brain. And Dr. Hill, if not everybody knows Dr. Hill, he's one of the founders of Doterra, but knows a lot about how all of this impacts our body systems. He indicates that clove essential oil works as a powerful antioxidant, potentially reducing inflammation by an additional 30%. German chamomile works as an anti-inflammatory as well. Frankincense supporting stabilization, and thyme oil preserving, protecting, and raising levels of our DHA, supporting brain function. And all of those are in the omega supplement. So if you're not taking this, you need to order it. There's a 30-day guarantee, so you can try it. And if you haven't ever taken it, I also have a link for you to take a assessment before and after of taking these, so you can see how things change in your body and your mood and your emotions. If you're already taking it, keep taking it. Don't stop taking it. The way, though, that I figured out it was really working for me was I forgot to take it for a week and realized, like, man, I'm really feeling really sluggish, not able to focus, not sleeping well. And I realized I was not taking my vitamins. I had forgotten to take my vitamins. So I found out the hard way. And it's like 108 retail and 89, I had it here somewhere, $89 on your LRP, right?
$79.50.
$79.50. It was close. So I'll share those links with you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Laura. Okay, I'm just hopping in here really quick to talk about Serenity Soft Gels. And I know, just hang with me for a second. So you're thinking like, oh, well, that's all about sleep. And truth is, if you're getting good sleep, you are going to be a much more even person throughout the day. So I do want to point that out. And these are such powerful natural sleep support. So lavender and I have to think theanine. Sorry, guys. I know I should be better than that. But basically, that is the key component that's added into the lavender in there. And it has an amazing calming effect on your nervous system without having any making you super overly drowsy, right? So non-habit forming this product is safe. You can take it for a period of time. You can take it long term, but you would take 1 to 2, 30 minutes before bed. Okay, so now we've gotten you your restful sleep. You woke up much more even person. Let's say you start feeling like things are going awry during the day. You can take these during the day. There are people that use these as mood support during the day. Take it as needed. Again, it's not going to make you feel sleepy, but it's going to really take the edge off. So if you have these around and that's something that you want to offer extra support for during the day, get your good sleep with them and then use them throughout the day as needed if you need to. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure you knew that you could use your Serenity Soft Gels that way. All right, Sonia, you're up next.
Perfect. Hey guys, so I'm going to talk tonight a little bit about diffusing. So some reasons you would diffuse would be to uplift your mood, calm you down, help you focus, help you sleep, those kinds of things. A pro tip here for you guys would be to start your diffuser 30 minutes before you enter a room. So like a half hour before you go to bed, start your diffuser. It makes a world of difference. Like you'll walk into like a spa. Same thing for like your office. If you work from home or something like that, like start it before you get in there in the morning. And then put a mason jar of water next to your diffuser, just so it makes it easy and ready to go and you don't have to run to the sink and all that stuff. I have a bunch of fun recipes here for you. So I have evening spa, which is 3 lavender and 3 breathe. Afternoon calm, 2 of each, frankincense, lemon, and lavender. Stress less. This actually refers to what Emily was talking about. So it's a combination of 2 of each, serenity, balance, and citrus bliss. Ocean waves, 3 lavender, 3 lime, and 1 spearmint. Spa day, 3 eucalyptus, 3 lavender. Sorry, I'm very like a spa person when it comes to my diffuser, if you haven't noticed. Then we've got Zen, 2 grapefruit, 2 bergamot, 1 ginger, 2 lime, 1 sandalwood. Calm and compose, 3 forgive, 3 balance, 1 breathe. I have 2 more. Serene is 2 peace, 2 frankincense, and 2 Siberian fir. And then sleeping in the mountains, just because I really love Siberian fir, especially in the evening. So 2 Siberian fir and 2 lavender. So those are some really good ones. What else you could do is, if you have a favorite recipe, say you really like one of those and there's like 4 oils in it and you're like, oh my gosh, I got to go find them throughout the house each night. No, you could like make yourself a pre-mix. So just recycle a 5 or 15 milliliter bottle and, you know, put your equal parts or whatever in there. Just set that by your diffuser next to your water and you're good to go. You'll be set. You could also add any of these blends if you want to bath salts. So you could have a nice relaxing bath in the evening as well. And then really quick, just to clean your diffuser, some people like to use vinegar. You can also use some of your On Guard foaming hand soap and add it to the basin, add a little water, move the soap around with your hands and flush it out with hot water, and do that every week or 2 to keep your diffuser going. Amy, back to you.
Okay, thanks. All right, so the oil that I want to make sure we also talk about would be copaiba. Okay, so lots of you maybe are like reaching for this for pain or other things, but you're finding out how like it really helps you with your stress too, helps keep you chill. It's incredibly calming to your central nervous system. So I get a lot of questions about copaiba versus CBD. And so I'm not going to go into a ton of detail. I have a great podcast if you want to hear more in depth, but a few key points I want you to understand on this. So copaiba is different than CBD because of its ability to bind to the CB2 receptors. This means it can help your body relax and it can be soothing without any psychoactive side effects, right? If you're familiar with the endocannabinoid system, right? No CB1 receptors here, okay? So the second thing that's really important for you to understand is that there's zero concern with any THC. And the third thing I think that is really good to understand about copaiba is that it's way more affordable than CBD alternatives. Okay. So if you remember nothing else, remember those differences. So, because of the support that it offers, really copaiba is an ideal choice when you're trying to unwind your emotions or release pent-up anxiety. So some super simple recommendations for you. Diffuse it in the morning, okay? Help ground yourself for the day ahead. I'm all about a drop underneath the tongue morning and night. That's one of my favorite ways to use it. What about Sonia is like, she's the spa queen and the bath queen, but take a relaxing Epsom bath, some Epsom salt bath with 2 to 3 drops of your copaiba in there. One diffuser blend that's really great to use your copaiba with would be 3 drops of your copaiba, 2 lavender, and 2 frankincense. I also want to point out that this is really like mild as far as like, well, it's powerful but mild support for your kiddos too. So maybe you want to get some on their feet, on their spine, depending on their age, a drop under their tongue. Don't forget about them. And I really thought that this anxiety protocol was interesting. So you would do your 1 to 2 drops of copaiba. You know, it's at back of neck, bottoms of feet. If you want to put that right underneath your tongue, that's fine. So do that 2 times daily, right? Especially before bed is very important. And if you have magnolia around at your house, add that in. Okay, roll that on when you do that. Okay, who here? Some people have their cameras on. Who here knows about the Daily Drop app? Raise your hand if you know about the Daily Drop app. Some of you do, some of you don't. Okay, so this is just a video of my phone screen. Mary's got it. Thank you, Mary. And I want to show you about the Daily Drop app. I'll kind of talk through as it's playing if you guys can see that okay. Okay, so it's free from Doterra. What I want you to see is when you go in, oh, you can't see it. You can see it. Okay, you can see it. Determine your mood. right here. I want you to click on that. And then I want you to rate your negative emotions. You can go through, you can see all the options. Okay, maybe you're feeling, what was I feeling at the time when I recorded this? Let's see. I was feeling gloomy, overwhelmed. What else? Sunday night feels, just kidding, a little worried maybe. So just go ahead and you can slide with your thumb over how you're feeling. And then this is like the greatest part here. You're going to click show results. And it is going to give you, wait for it, recommendations on what oils you should be reaching for. Okay, so you can see balance is on the top of the list. So let's click balance and it's going to tell you what to do. Massage it into your neck and shoulders, inhale from your hands, right? Add a few drops to your bath. Let's look at cheer. Maybe you don't have balance, but you have cheer. Again, it's going to give you some tips, so on and so forth. So again, the app is free. Put it on your phone. It's called Daily Drop, and it's going to be super helpful in helping you determine your mood and what oil might be helpful. Okay. Okay, perfect. So did we have any questions in the chat box? Now's a perfect time to put a question in the chat box if you have it. I don't know that we missed anything. No, I don't think so either. I'll keep an eye over there. Okay, so I'm going to get a couple important links in the chat box. First of all, thanks for being on this call. It is very important to our oily family to provide education and community, right? Hang out in a Zoom room for 30 minutes once a month, learn more, ask questions, have fun, laugh a little. We really don't want people to have doTERRA oils and not know what to do with them. So this is why we do this along with other things once a month. So next month, I just put the registration link in the chat box. It's March 15th that we're on, and it's Go for the Green. It's green cleaning, guys. Come on, seriously, you guys have to know me well enough. So this is actually like the gateway drug for a lot of people with oils. Let's be honest. Cleaning. Emily's laughing at me. She's scoffing at me over there. Amy's cleaning. Okay, so register for that. It's going to be very fun. And then don't forget about our Saturday morning continuing education series. Remember, we've split it to 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And this Saturday is thinking about it. Don't remember. Essential skincare. Essential skincare is what's coming up this Saturday. So that link is going in the chat box too. Okay. So we are going to do raffles as soon as that goes through. I'm going to let Sonia share her screen. And we will rattle through those. Does that sound good, Son?
Okay, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Let's do Clementine first.
All right, guys, hopefully I got everybody. And Laurent.
Awesome. Next up is the mini touch rollers set from the emotional aromatherapy line.
Very nice. Oh, Susan Shaw.
Yellow mandarin, a 5 ml. This is super uplifting. You'll love diffusing it in your water.
Alicia Lavender.
Okay. Then we've got a lavender, just a lavender straight up. Have fun with it. Do whatever you want with it.
Yay. Okay, Christy.
Okay, and then we've got a Peace touch roller. Jerry talked about Peace. This is a favorite. Can't go wrong with Peace.
Jessie Sentner.
Then an adaptive roller. So you guys, there's a lot of feedback for giveaways. Adaptive and balance were favorites. So we've got an adaptive roller.
To the 920 number.
Okay, so you've got to reveal yourself somewhere, 920.
We need to know where to send that.
That makes me nervous. Okay. And then balance, a balance roller.
Oh, Christiane.
Okay, awesome. All right, so
Is that all of them?
Yeah, that's all of them. Thank you, Son. You're amazing. If you won, you need to message me your address. Otherwise, the prize will never make it to you. Okay, especially if you're 920. I need to know who 920 is desperately. We might have to figure that out. All right, so we will see you guys next month for Go for the Green. Remember to hop on our Saturday morning classes. Oh, And there's a copaiba challenge maybe coming your way. That's what I was supposed to tell you when I talked about copaiba and I forgot. So keep your eyes peeled for that, okay? All right, have a good night, everybody.